Have you got the job of mapping out your processes and designing new ones? Or are you a manager who questions how the task of describing the process is going to be done? I will show you how to plan processes. Hi, my name is Mats Renström, and in this video I'm going to describe the planning of your processes. When working with processes, it's necessary to divide the work into two parts. Part 1, where the existing flow in your organization is mapped out, is called as-is state. Part 2, where you design the prospective flow, the so-called to-be state or visionary state. When you describe your processes, it's important to follow a template so all plans throughout organizations are uniform, equal in appearance and equal in information. It's also essential when initiating the design of future processes that a process structure is followed. Without a proper process structure, you will end up in a profound confusion. It is therefore wise to take the time to set up a good process structure. This is very important. When planning a process, it is necessary to source or design a couple of key attributes to each process, regardless of the level of the process. Whether it's a top-tier process with a lot of sub-processes or a bottom-tier process with no sub-processes, the same rule applies. First, it's vital to give the process a title. The title should always contain a verb and a noun. Otherwise, there is a high probability that you end up with many processes that are not, by definition, processes at all. They could be units or functions, but not processes. Example of correct process titles are order delivering of products, handling application, or sale to large corporations. I must point out that these names are correct according to the formula, but they are set with an inside-out perspective. I choose that as it's easier to explain for you now, to understand the outside-in perspective and how that also inflicts the naming of the processes. Please watch one of my other videos. Example of inappropriate process titles are economy process, human relations process, and northern sales process. These are not processes at all. It is also advisable to describe a successful customer outcome. Question the outcome of the process. What is it that the customers both expect and are willing to pay for? The title and the successful customer outcome is then a good input from which to spell out the purpose of the process. So ask yourself, why does the process exist at all? It is also necessary to plan the input to the process. For example, it can be an order, an application, or a booking. If there are several serial processes, the output of one process will be the input to another. It is helpful to describe the necessary information for the process in order to deliver the successful customer outcome. It is beneficial to outline what triggered starting the process and delineate the cessation point. If your homework is to create the process structure, you will be able to see the overall flow of the business. Look for one of my other videos on that subject. In my experience, on the top tier of the process structure, you will find that one or more of them are actually a part of a larger process that involves several other organizations. So, for the as-is process, map them out, then create a process structure for the to-be processes, thus creating a good template to use in the process description. With this, you're ready to start work. If you like to have more free material like this, and if you like to learn more about the issue, please visit matsrenström.com. And remember, as always, it's your commitment and your knowledge that will help you and your business to reach excellence.